In this video, I'm going to talk about what's the UCProtectL3 Blacklist, what's the impact on where your emails land, and what to do about it, right? So no vague or bullshit advice, only actionable stuff. All right, let's dive in. Okay. So the first thing you need to know is that UCProtectL3 didn't blacklist you directly as a person or as a company, but it blacklisted your entire host, domain registrar, or internet service provider. Okay, so typically, if you bought your domain on Namecheap, DigitalOcean, HostGator, or VH, Bluehost, then you will end up on UCProtectL3 blacklist. All right, so all of these platforms are blacklisted by default. So it's not you directly, right? So you can be reassured on that. It's not your fault, right? Why? Because many spammers use these platforms to send spam, and UC Protect, the organization behind this blacklist, decided that if you come from these platforms, then you're likely to be a spammer. That's their logic. Don't try to find meaning behind that. That's how it works. But what's really important is, does it impact your ability to land in inbox or not? And guess what? The answer is zero impact from this blacklist, right? Why? Because the major mailbox providers today are Google and Microsoft. Google with gmail.com and Google Workspace, and Microsoft with Outlook, Office 365, Outlook.com, Hotmail, etc., etc. So they own most of the mailbox market. And these two providers, so they decide where your emails land. They are the ones who decide. And they don't rely on external sources, on external organization to decide if your emails land in spam or not. Remember that all these blacklists come from external organizations, and they have their own criteria. And sometimes like this, it doesn't really make sense, so Google and Microsoft, they don't rely on that to decide where your emails land, right? They have a much more reliable and accurate way to score if you're a spammer or not, and we'll talk about that later, right? So what does it mean concretely is that you can be listed on UCProtectL3 and have 100% of your emails landing in inbox, right? So zero impact. But what really matters is testing where your emails land, right? So that's the priority, right? Because even if this blacklist has zero impact, you could have a deliverability problem because of other stuff. So make sure to run a spam test. And for that, you can use MailReach free spam tests. So basically, you just have to go on MailReach website, click on email spam test, and then you will have to send an email to a list of around 30 mailboxes here, and copy paste this code inside your email, and then click on step 3, get your free spam test report, right? When you'll do that, you will get your inbox placement report with a score. So if you get a 10 out of 10, that means you're doing perfect. The detail on where your email landed on all the providers. So here we are on professional inboxes, but you can check all types or filter based on your inbox type. And MailReach will also check your content for any spammy elements, and will also check your setup, like your SPF, DKIM, DMARC, check for blacklist, etc., etc. So this spam test is great because it's reliable and it tells you where your emails land, which is what really matters at the end of the day. Is removal possible? So can you be removed from UCProtectL3? The answer is no, because it doesn't depend on you, but on your entire host or domain registrar. So yeah, you can try reaching out to your host, but I think you have better things to do. So you just have to let go and accept to be blacklisted there. And always keep in mind that this blacklist has zero impact on your deliverability, okay? What's also super important is that if you send B2B cold outreach campaigns, what matters is where your cold emails land, all right? Because if your cold emails land in spam, it means you're missing revenue. So you need to make sure to have a great sender reputation and a great deliverability. So that's my last point here, is that, as I told you, Google and Microsoft are the major mailbox providers, and they have their own way of scoring if you're a spammer or not. And for that, they check your sender reputation. And what's your sender reputation? Your sender reputation is based on your engagement rate. So the more positive interactions you get on your emails, like openings, replies, positive replies, having your emails marked as important and removed from spam if they land in spam, all of this is engagement. These are interactions. And having a lot of positive engagement tells Google and Microsoft that you're a good sender who deserve to land in inbox. And for that, today, by default, if you don't use email warming, then your sender reputation is dropping week after week, because it's super hard to have enough engagement naturally, organically, to maintain a solid sender reputation over time. So what an email warmer does is that it generates engagement on your email activity to send the signal to Google and Microsoft that you're a good sender. So basically how it works, you connect your mailbox to MailReach, for instance, MailReach Warmer, and MailReach will automatically start email conversations with many other mailboxes of our network. And we make sure that these conversations get opened, replied to positively, removed from spam if they land in spam, etc., etc. So we generate positive interactions on your email activity that raises your sender reputation and tells Google and Microsoft that you're a good sender. So that's for the email warmer part. So I can show you quickly how it looks on MailReach, but on MailReach email warmer, you can see all your mailboxes and you get a reputation score for every mailbox. And that's great because that tells you how your sender reputation is doing for a given mailbox and domain, actually. I won't show you everything. We have another video with a demo of MailReach, but here you can see, yeah, a quick view on the warmer dashboard and your reputation score. So yeah, that's it for the warmer. And also on MailReach, you have, as I told earlier, the spam tester, the spam checker. And here that helps you monitor your final deliverability, like where your final emails land. So the sender reputation is one of the factors of deliverability, but there's also your content and sending setup. That's why it's crucial to run spam tests to make sure there's nothing spam in your content, there's nothing spam in your sending setup. And that's how you can make sure that 100% of your emails land in inbox, because every email you send to spam is a potential customer you miss, right? So that's it. I wanted to explain you that using the right tool and email warming plus spam testing is crucial. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel because it's crucial to make sure your emails land in inbox, especially if you send B2B cold emails. So make sure to subscribe so you can get all the best deliverability tips to always land in inbox and make sure to get the best results on your email campaigns, right? So yeah, thank you and have a great day. Bye-bye.